Now, according to him and Jen Psaki, the CBO is, well, fake news. They're stealing President Trump's lines, too, now, I guess. Hypocrisy is what you get every day from those on the left. Well, joining me now is Texas Congressman and member of the House Armed Services Committee, Representative Pat Fallon from Texas. Congressman, great to see you.
Grant, always great to see you. How are you, my friend?
Great. So, look, you guys in the House, not you, but the Democrats, push this through. Then today we get a debt ceiling increase to make room, I'm sure, for this bill that may ultimately go through at some point through the Senate. What do you make of what we face right now and this spending fiasco that Joe Biden's offered up?
Well, Grant, it's a spending spree. Let's look and talk about some of the worst. We could teach a 3-credit college course on how bad this Biden-Bernie bankruptcy boondoggle is. But it creates 87,000 new IRS agents. That's like 5 divisions in military parlance of IRS agents. And they're going to increase their budget from $12 billion to $80 billion. To do what? To spy and pry on American people without justifiable or reasonable cause, because Janet Yellen made sure there was a provision that said if any American spends more than $10,000 or actually has $10,000 of bank activity in a given year, which is $28 a day, they get to do that. They get to look into your bank account with all those new IRS agents. How about the methane tax that they're going to charge these poor farmers and dairy farmers $6,500 for a cow that costs $1,000 every year? It's just something we cannot possibly implement. So I guess dairy cows are dangerous.
Let me tell you about some of the tax breaks that are in. I know you know this. You got tax breaks for trial lawyers. You got tax breaks for union bosses. You've got tax breaks for newspapers. All of these, coincidentally, Congressman, run by leftists, liberals, rewards for them, punishment for all of us.
Grant, the hell you say, my friend. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. And it's just one of the things that they just can't help themselves. They're paying their people off. Another thing they did is they got that SALT, the state and local tax exemption for mostly folks in New York and California, where a millionaire, well, this is the Democratic Party, by the way, rewarding their millionaires by they'll save them $27,000, but a middle-class person would save $15 on that. I mean, it's disgusting. And Grant, if we continue to spend like this, there's good news and bad news. The good news is, I don't think I told you, that I'm very wealthy. I have $100 trillion. But the bad news is it's Zimbabwe dollars. And that's what this is going to end up being. We continue to do this. Look at this, $100 trillion, man. Look at that.
Yeah. We're going to end up exactly like Zimbabwe. That's going to be a big time problem. Let me play a soundbite from you, from Senator Mike Lee, because the Senate did vote to raise the debt ceiling today, in large part thanks to Republicans and some gimmicks that they think we're going to fall for. But listen to Mike Lee.
Mr. President, the Senate today will pass a bill that quite literally gives a blank check to President Biden and the Democrats. They'll use it to pass the Destroy America bill, which they call Build Back Better. There's literally a blank check in the bill. It's literally a blank check. The senators who gave that blank check don't want you to know that they did it.
All right. A blank check in there. Congressman, real quick, and my biggest problem with this is Chuck Schumer allowed this vote to move forward with little tricks so it didn't look like Republicans had to vote for it, so it go through a straight majority. They gave this to Chuck Schumer. Mitch McConnell gave this to Chuck Schumer.
No, it's incredibly unfortunate, because I thought if they wanted to spend wildly like this, they would have to make their own bet and deal with it. They're the ones that are in charge of the House. They're the ones that have the majority, with a tie break with the vice president in the Senate, and they own the White House. They should own this wild spending. I don't want anything to do with it, because it's destroying our future. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old sons, and they're going to have to pay this bill. They're footing this bill for these folks to pander today, and their futures are going to be bleaker because of it.
Well, you know who's in on that deal, too? My 12-year-old son. They're both Texans. Your kid's my kid, and they're going to be footing this as well. Congressman Pat Fallon, I know you got votes to get back to. I appreciate you sneaking out for a quick interview with me. Thank you.
Sir, yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, sir.